There's something about those early morning moments that fills me with a sense of calm and purpose. The stillness before the day fully begins feels like a fresh start, giving me time to ground myself before the hustle of the day. An early start in the kitchen this Sunday morning, checking out the fermentation process on a new sauerkraut batch I made over the weekend. Taking my shawl out of the blocking mat and starting the crochet part on this new design development. And right after the first coffee, we both jump right into the food prep. We don't have any leftovers from the weekend cooking, and we both have a busy week ahead. So I thought a pot of meatballs would be perfect. We will be set with lunch for the boys for the next 2 or maybe 3 days. And so before Rayal leaves for work, he kindly helps me chopping all the ingredients for the meatballs mixture, which saved me a lot of time this morning. We have 800 grams of ground beef, and to this we add chopped onion, chopped parsley, 1 big grated zucchini, 2 eggs, salt, pepper, and 1 tablespoon of psyllium. This is our go-to meatball mixture. After mixing everything together, I covered the mixture and let it sit in the fridge. I will start by preparing the red sauce. I will start later. The boys really love this homemade meatball dish, and they usually eat it on top of rice. Everybody, let's try to get focus. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday, September 8th already. And we had a lovely weekend. I hope you also had a lovely weekend and that you spend some time with your makings and with things that you love to do and with people that you love to spend time with. We had a lovely weekend with a very special wedding, and the day after we spent Saturday, a very slow day at home. We both were very tired, and we both knew that we have quite a busy week ahead, so we tried to take it slow, to take it easy, and that's what we did. The boys are not going to school yet. Both of them, high schools are still striking in Israel, unfortunately. There is a big disappointment here in our home because Tomer was supposed to start a high school this year, and he really waits for it. And he really wants to feel like he is getting into the adult kind of club, joining the high school, and he will go to the same high school as Uri goes, so he really waits for it. So anyways, we started the day quite early today with cooking. We both have quite a busy week, so we wanted to be, we both of us want to be, you know, ready with some food preparations. I plan to make a meatballs pot in like a red sauce. We started with making the meatball mixture, Eyal and I, in the morning, right after the first coffee, and so now it's ready. And then I plan to go out and make the, you know, the red sauce, cook it, and then put the meatballs inside. So I'm set with lunch for at least for today and tomorrow. And today we will spend most of the day in the university. This guy, luckily, he made it into a very, very special program here in Israel, in Tel Aviv University. He write a research in something in the field of, how shall I say, the relationship between political leaders and journalism. So he writes research and he is very busy with it. And today he will spend most of the day in Tel Aviv University in the library. So if he eats at home, it will only be maybe in the evening when he comes back. But Tomer, he is with me. I guess he will go to the gym, but let's see. Anyways, I wanted to come here and share my new finished object with you. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what I'm talking about. But I have a finished object to share. And before I soak it and block it, I wanted to come share it with you. And I'm talking about these beauties. So I have a new Scrappy socks done. And I'm completely in love with it. Completely in love. Can't wait to start the next pair. But I will, I think, have to hold my horses and put my attention in a few other projects that need my attention now. Anyways, I finished those yesterday. Friday? When was it? Yesterday I was weaving in all the yarn ends for sure. I didn't have a lot of yarn ends. I shared on Instagram in my reel. I showed how I just, because I wove it, I made the weaving in and as I was knitting, I only had to, you know, stretch the yarn tails a little bit on both sides, cut it, and that was all. So I only had one yarn end here to weave in, and one yarn end after I finished the Kitchener stitch. Yeah. So finished. So what can I tell you about it? I guess you will want to know. I knitted them on a 2mm 9-inch circular needle made out of Scrappy yarns that I have. Scrappy, mostly industrial printed sock wool, 4-ply fingering sock wool, on a 2mm 9-inch circular. I cast on 63 stitches and knitted a rib, the cuff, knit 2, purl 1. I was following a pattern by Summerly Knits from her beautiful book, The Sock Project, for the cuff, and then I added 1 stitch and I had 64 stitches, and then I just followed my own vanilla sock pattern. I have a full tutorial shared here on YouTube how I knit my vanilla socks. It's in Hebrew, but you can activate the subtitle, which reminds me that I think a few of you ask me in the comments if I can activate subtitles. This is not something that I can do in my end. So yeah, I had to turn off the camera, sorry, but I'm back. So I was just about to explain that you are the one that needs to activate the subtitles. It's not something, I don't think it's something I can do, but you have to click the button. It's a round button down below in this screen where you see me, on your right side or on your left side. You have to click it and to activate the subtitles. So yeah, I hope you can manage. I am very thankful for you being here, watching me, joining me, although you don't understand the English. Although I think my English is super, super basic, as you can see, and simple. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me here. But yeah, let's continue talk about my new Scrappy sock. So I think I already told you I cast on 63 stitches, and for the cuff section I followed a cuff by pattern cuff. I followed the pattern by Sarah Lee Knits from her sock project book. I knitted knit 2 purl 1 for 15 rounds, added 1 stitch, and then I had 64 stitches on my short circular 9-inch 2mm needle. These are my go-to needles. They are linked in my Amazon storefront down in the description. And then I just followed my own plain vanilla sock pattern. I will link my video tutorial here on the description below, and you can activate subtitles because the video is in Hebrew. But then I knitted 55 rounds for the leg. I change colors as I go, and I just decided on it as I go. At first I thought I will keep like 7 rounds or 8 rounds of each color, but then you can see I started from here. These were the first stripes I knitted. But then I just continue changing colors spontaneously as I was like feeling it's right for to play. I was playing with it anyways. It was not planned. And yeah, I am in love with the result. Really, I love them so much. But after 55 rounds of leg, I changed to a long circular needle. This is for the heel flap and gusset, which is my preferred method. So I do a slip stitch, heel flap and gusset, and then pick up stitches, move all the stitches back to the short circular needle, and then I knit the foot on a short circular needle. Here I have 46 rounds for the foot, and then I knitted the toe and graphed the stitches using the Kitchener stitch. And I did change colors. As I changed colors, I was weaving in the yarn ends at the beginning and at the end of each round. I think you call it the weave and Steven, so I didn't have a lot of yarn ends to weave. I shared on yesterday on my Instagram reel, I shared how I just pull them a little bit tight and then pull the yarn ends from both ends and then cut them. And this is everything I did because I was weaving in the ends as I go. And in a few cases I did the jogless stripe thing while changing the colors, but I don't think it's necessary on Scrappy socks, to be honest. I think it's part of the Scrappy thing. And next time I will knit Scrappy socks, I will not bother, doing this jogless stripe. I don't think it's necessary. And now we can go give them a good soak in water because they are pretty harsh, and then block them and continue with today's cooking. A lovely customer on Etsy reached out to me a few days ago asking if I could put together a colorful cotton package from what I have left in stock. So while the tomato sauce is cooking, I head back to the craft room to organize a beautiful package that will meet her needs using the remaining cotton I have. I'll be back to pack it later so it's ready to be sent first thing tomorrow morning, but for now I go back to the kitchen to finish up preparing the meatballs dish before the boys are ready for lunch. Tomer is chopping a salad for him and his brother. Just a cucumber and a tomato. This is a simple salad that they love the most, and this is what he is making. And lunch is ready. Lunch was delicious, and after lunch I take my dessert and head back to the craft room to finish up packing those colorful cotton balls so they are ready to be sent tomorrow morning. But today I feel I need some extra dessert, so I'm going back to the kitchen to grab a few more of those coconut balls. And this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And I hope to see you soon on the next one.